Well, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Today we're on site at the AAW Symposium in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a picture of the trade show as it stands right here, right now. As you can see, quite a bit of activity going on. All kinds of vendors, things of that nature. See if I can focus in on one here in particular. There's a guy in a one-way lathe turning. So that's just one example of it all. So let's go down and walk through the gallery and we'll show you some of the pieces that some of these guys are making, and we'll go from there. So hold tight. Alright, so we're going to walk through here and we're going to do our best to see a lot of the things. These are pieces from young wood turners. Oops, sorry. These are all the youth turning pieces. So, first time exhibitors. This is a guy from Orrville, Ohio, who made this bowl here. This is kind of the gist of how he went about doing it. A lot of glue ups. And then this is the bowl itself. Pretty amazing. As you can tell, 79 inches, 11 species of wood, 1,579 individual pieces. Took him 1 year to make. So that's just one example of turning. And then this is a partnership that we had that go down through there and you see the different bowls that we've done.
He's around though.
Donated for
That's
it.
one of the.
I said this is, we're just going to walk through this as quick as possible here. Turn the baseball.
Give me some action.
Different species. Different pieces here.
I think we're going against the grain, guys.
Good. Anything.
Interesting pieces here.
I'm going back to
A lot of work involved in some of these pieces. Here's a chair that somebody made. A lot of piercing there. A lot of this stuff is not for sale. A sculpture there. Bowl of eggs. And believe it or not, for that bowl, it's $2,400. There's some resin pieces. That's similar to the one that I did with my pine cones. Not sure. So, and pretty amazing pieces. I've often wanted to try a piece like that, and that one sells for $3,500. That one's $2,500, and that one is $3,500. I like that one right there. That is pretty cool looking. Get a better shot at it. There's some nice bowls. I like the shape of that. Here's an interesting one. $1,200 there. And you have this one here. Some of these I'm just not gonna say because I mean they're just amazing. That one I really like. I mean that's just amazing there. How that's turned, and look up close to it. How that is turned. It's just it's amazing. There's one that really showcases the grain of the wood. Pretty amazing. Interesting ideas. Some hollow forms. There's a segmented vase. And this one here, you actually look at it. It's not segmented. It's actual beading is what they call it. There's an interesting piece. And if you look at that there, each one of these pieces is inlaid into it. I love the looks of that one. Come back here and look at it. Look at that. And look how he took that piece there and carved it. I really like it. And for $1,700, you could get a hold of that. And looking at this one, all them little dots are copper inlays.
That's right. You ought to take a picture of it.
Some more beading. It takes forever to do something like that. Here's the guy that makes all kinds of pens. Miniature stuff. Then you have this. The amount of time and effort it takes to do something like that is phenomenal. Then you have this guy here. I've seen his work once before. He does pretty amazing work.
So I have to tell you, your black and what are these called?
Piercings,
Yeah.
miniature hollow forms,
Looks a lot better than person.
bowls.
Pictures cannot capture the texture. Black is so
There's a piece. That one there is amazing.
flat. Is
Here's another one that's
flat color.
just looking at that. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I could do it, but
That's kind of an interesting concept there. Liberty Bell. Little puppy dog. There. There's an interesting pieces. Look at that. That's simply amazing. Look at all the piercing, the carving on that. Now there's an artist, look at that. So realistic. Beautiful looking bowl. Kind of a whimsical one. Kind of an interesting piece, inlays. There's a chair somebody did.
This guy doesn't finish.
Some more pens. There's a handcrafted chess set. There's some carving. Looking pieces. Now them right there are truly looking at the grain of the wood. And then you look down inside, hollow inside.
After all the fire.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah, but the one that we have for, so. And, some to be
Like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool looking.
You can't really vector rush it. The other
Lamp.
thing, and,
Two lamps right there. Set of nesting bowls. It's a Betty Scarpino piece right there. Another one of hers. Guess them are all Betty Scarpinos. That is a cool looking one right there. Squirrel coming under. A lot of work there involved. The depth in that one.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I was gonna pick one of those. And I'm like,
no, I got it. Like you said.
yeah, I'm so gonna see.
Beading work. And the winner is $1,500.
The road, seriously, the road is straight. Once in a while, you have to go around the corner. Basically, you're on a road.
And then obviously this being our 40th anniversary of the Wood Turning Symposium, AAW. That is awesome. And that took a ton of work right there, carving that out. Look how tall it is. That's sitting right on the table. Kind of cool looking. All handcrafted. Check that out. Dale Larson. And then for you sombrero fans, check out that. That is an awesome looking sombrero.
That's incredible.
Need a baseball hat.
Look at that one. Look at this. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
This one here. How thin that is. Check out that one. Dog bowl. Unreal. Check out the little mouse.
Well, okay, so now you do have one of these cutoffs when I was rounding out the whole range there to get you in here, okay? Talk about something cool. You know, because then it becomes a narrative. Yes.
No, you're good.
Then you start playing around with the things you can make, and then bigger pieces.
I've seen the picture frames like that before. Pretty neat. There was a Tyler Bryant. There's a class I took right there. It's kind of cool. Flowers.
Visual. I mean, they all, the set has a set. Yeah, it's beautiful. Those, I know. They're still
This is Mike Mahoney's peppermint.
I like your chair. Looks good. Someone made a comment he didn't like the way I carved it. Oh well. I knew it wasn't worth it.
Is it? No.
Huh?
So many ideas, not enough time.
And that is amazing.
Oh, really?
And I just took a class on that one right there. It's pretty awesome. And real quick, we're going to walk down through here. These are all the things up for our silent auction. More stuff for the silent auction.
What? I thought you were bidding. I thought you were the people bidding when they were back here right next to it. Who was it?
And now we're in the fine arts thing. David Ellsworth thing. There's one of his pieces right there. We're going to go through this pretty quick because you got to watch. Don't touch anything.
I'm not going to, actually. I'm really not going to. That was, I don't even know. Some of the things, right, I think right now. Right,
I'm probably not doing it justice.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, so scary. I was able to do a little game of operation, like at the very end. Did I get it exactly what was the
Interesting.
And this is the artist for all this right there.
Specific.
Right.
Also to hot thing. Well, yeah.
And they sort of a little bit.
It's not pottery. It's porcelain.
Chairs. Nice table right there. Here's some about the AAW. It's an amazing piece. Look at the inside of that. looking. This one I find intriguing. Just a piece of wood. And how they found a vase inside that piece of wood. Cool looking. And this one here.
There's always going to see in the gallery like my finished piece to serve it, but I may not prove it in my second demo.
There's the pieces. Found a vase inside of that, and then you got these stools. This one's kind of amazing. Cool looking.
To move for a little bit because a panelist just gave me their new and updated PowerPoint presentations that I need.
Alright, I'm going to close it out here in a second. This is some of David Ellsworth's pieces right here. He had passed away a few years back. And there's a little bit of a tribute to David Ellsworth. So that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the trip through the gallery. Find anything interesting, inspiring. So please feel free to share, subscribe, and like. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There's some catalogs of the pieces there. Artwork. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one.